Okay, so I know you guys have iPhones and Androids, but Tiny Scanner is on both, I believe.
Yes.
Is that yeah, it's confirmed? So Tiny Scanner is an app that allows you to convert pictures into PDFs, and yeah. So basically, you can take a picture of a file of a wet signature of a document requirement, whatever it is, and you can actually edit it and whatever the full page or whatever it is, you can actually convert that into a PDF. So it's really useful. I use it every day. It is free on the Apple market or the Android market, and the only thing about it is it allows you to do two files with up to 30 pages each. After those two, you save them onto your phone, and you actually delete those two, and then you can do two more. So there's no limit on that, but it's a very useful tool. Um, uh, Basically, the way it works is once you download the app, here it is, you go onto Tiny Scanner. And for me, I already have two that I did there. So let's say I wanted to do another one, I have to delete one of them.
Okay.
So I got one right there, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So you press on the middle button, and then it's going to go to your camera. Let's say I want to take a picture of this lead and turn it into a PDF. I just take a picture right there, and this one's a little messed up, but you can adjust it. Adjust it there. And it's going to turn it into a PDF at this point. The way I do that is once you're here, I'll go up to here. So let's say you wanted to do more than one page on this PDF. You just go to the bottom left, and then it'll take more pictures, up to 30. So let's say you wanted to save this, you save it, and at this point you're going to click share, and whatever you want to put it into, whether it's Dropbox or your files, you click save to files. This is for Android. I can imagine Android's a little different, but it's the same concept. So once you go there, you go onto your files, and it should be there. And then at that point, you can email it, you can fax it, whatever you need to do.
I just started that. You could also email it
From the app?
Yeah.
Okay. I never do that, but so you can email it as well, and it'll give you what size you want to email it in.
Mm-hmm.
So I never do that, but you could do that too. So it's pretty simple to use. It's just all about downloading it and taking good pictures. It's very useful for this type of work that we do. Any questions on it?
Carla, Jerry, what are some of the most common applications you're using your Tiny Scanner for?
For surrender applications, whenever we're placing an in-house client, they need a form, anything really, any form, anything that you get signed. So let's say there's a requirement you need to print out and you get it signed, you can turn it into a PDF. Save yourself the time of faxing it or scanning it.
Mm-hmm. One important thing I want to mention with the Tiny Scanner is that when you will have documents that will be more than 30 pages. Illustrations will be 48 pages, 50, whatever. I've done the pictures. I've created the PDF, created the scan, and then the scan, when I upload it to my email or save it to my files, even if I save it to my files, that's fine. It's still a PDF. But when I upload it to my email and want to send it, it converts it to a Google Drive document. So now it becomes a problem for the carriers to be able to open such a large file. So what they have suggested for me to do, and what I found out was the limit for the Tiny Scanner is 30 pages. 30 is the golden number. Do 30 pages, and if your illustration's 60 pages, then do another, do part 1 and then part 2 illustration, and then just send them off to your carriers like that. Because otherwise, I have one case manager who's really cool and will work with it, but other people are like, nope, and it'll delay your business 2-3 days, whatever.
Which carrier are you referencing specifically?
Any carrier. Yeah. I've had that problem where I would take illustrations. For instance, when you're doing permanent life insurance, a UL, a GUL, you have to attach an illustration with it every time, and it has to be signed, etc. So you have to print it, get it signed. With any carrier that I've had this problem, that I've had to send them an illustration that's over 30 pages, they all sent me back this problem. And I'm like, it works half the time, like what's going on here? So I realized it has to be a size matter here. So I started figuring out what is the max that I can do until it converts it to a Google Drive. So 30 was
30. That's a great.
It was 33, but I'm just rounding it down to 30.
Yeah. So that's only when you're doing illustrations. 'Cause
anything that
norm-
you're doing
do
that's
you
over
normally
30
do that many
pages.
pages?
Huh?
Do you normally do that many pages?
Any illustration is going to be over 40 pages.
So
with
it's
a
whenever you do
permanent
that.
life
Yeah, I normally don't. I don't need that much. It's usually a couple pages for me. So I never encountered that, but that's a good point. 30 is the max. Do you guys have any questions? It's pretty simple.
How do you save to the files?
Share.
Is it?
Yeah, share, and then you go to open in.
Open.
Yeah, and then at that point,
Oh, okay.
save to files.
Thank you.
Cool. So I think Carla's next. Pass the mic.
You want me to go sit up there and put it on the TV?
Yes.
Alright guys, we're gonna cover now